Hey friends, today we're going to be drawing Bing Bong.
From inside out.
Yeah!
Alright, checkers, you got your marker? Hope you guys are going to follow along with us. You got some paper in front of you and something to draw with. If we go too fast, what can they do?
Pause the video!
Yes, you guys can always pause the video. Ready to start?
Yeah!
Okay, we're going to start with our paper horizontal so that we can fit them in. And we're using 2 sheets of paper because we're also using a Sharpie.
Yeah.
We don't want it to go through to the table. Okay, let's draw his eyes first. And we're going to draw 2 ovals up here at the top and a little to the right. And we want to draw them kind of small so that we have room for everything else on the paper. So we're going to draw them about that size. Draw one like that. And then one right next to it. And it's pretty close. Whoop, I'm drawing a little weird. There we go. Okay, now we're going to draw a circle inside. And then we're going to color that circle in. And I'm drawing them at the bottom of the oval that we just drew on both sides. And color it in. Alright, okay, now let's draw his eyebrows up here at the top. So we could draw one curve over each eye. And then go back over it and make it a little thicker and kind of bushy. Okay, now we're going to connect those eyebrows together and we're going to draw...
Unibrow.
Yeah, we're going to draw his hat. So we want to connect them with a curved line and then we're going to come out of this eyebrow and draw a crazy curved M shape over his eyebrows. And this is going to be for his hat. Good. Awesome. That's a big hat. Now we're going to draw a curved line over the top or a rainbow line over that. And that's the top of his hat. And then we're going to draw a curved contour line through that part. Yes. Good job. We got his hat on there. Now let's draw his nose. And he's part elephant, right?
Yeah.
So we're going to draw his elephant nose. We're going to come up and over like that. It's an S line coming out of this right eye. Good job. Okay, now off of this line, at the very end, we're going to draw a heart because the end of his nose was a heart. Heart shape for his nostrils. Good job. Okay, now inside of the heart, put his little nostrils in there. There you go. Good job. Okay, now from the heart, we're going to draw the rest of his nose. And we're going to come down and make a smile. So we're going to come out here, come down, and make an S line, just like we did with the first line. But as we get towards the bottom, it gets further away from the line. So his nose gets a little thicker towards the bottom. And then we're going to draw his mouth, this crazy smile. Good job. Okay, now we're going to come back around. We're going to finish his mouth. So we're going to come around like this and then back in right under his right eye. Good job. Okay, now inside of his mouth, we're going to make his lips or his clown mouth. So we come back around with the same shape inside of what we just drew. Awesome. All right, it's going to be a little tough to get his teeth in there, but we're going to make a bunch of bumpy teeth inside of his mouth. So one on top and then one on bottom. Good job. All right, okay, now let's finish this side of his head. So we'll draw a line down that side of his head. Okay, and then we're going to imagine that line coming through his nose and then out the bottom down here. And we're going to end just at the bottom of his mouth. And that's where we're going to start his jacket. Okay, now we're going to finish the other side. He's got some crazy ears. So we're going to draw a line, comes out and hooks. Good. And then we're going to come back around for his ear and then into his head. And this line we can bring up a little higher, closer to his eye. Good. Okay, now let's come back and we'll finish this side of his head. The line down. Does it look like Bing Bong?
Yeah.
All right, he's got some crazy whiskers, so let's draw one line here, 2, 3. And then on this side, we're going to draw 3 whiskers coming out too. So 1, and they're kind of long.
Yeah.
2, 3. Okay, now let's draw his bow. And it's just going to be floating right under his chin. Draw a circle. Okay, and then we'll draw one side of the bow, and then the other side of the bow. Okay, now right next to this, we're going to draw his flower. So draw another circle, and we're going to draw the petals. So just big loops, and we're going to go all the way around and finish the flower with the loops. Okay, now we're going to draw his jacket and his arms. So on this side, we're going to draw a short line coming out, and we want that to end right under his nose. Good job. So that could be a little longer maybe. Good. And then on this side, we're going to do the same thing. Draw a line that comes out. This one's going to be even longer. Comes out straight. Now we're going to come back down, and we're going to draw the other side of his arm. So we're going to leave a little gap. We're going to come past his bow, just below his bow, and we're going to draw a line that's parallel to this line. So it should look exactly the same. And then we're going to connect those at the end. That's for one arm. Good job. Okay, we're going to come back over here and do the same thing. So we'll come down, and we're going to draw a line that's parallel, and it's about the same distance as the other one. Good job. Okay, now we're going to connect those, that arm. So now we should have little boxes on the ends, huh?
Yeah.
Those are for his arms. Okay, now let's draw the jacket on this side. We're going to draw a line that comes down and not too far. We'll come down. Good. And then we're going to connect a curved line all the way down to there. Good. Now let's draw the collar on his jacket. Curved line. Good. Now we're going to come back over here, and we're going to draw his jacket over on this side. So we'll connect to the flower. Then we're going to imagine that line going through the flower and coming out the bottom and coming around. And we're going to stop short because we're going to draw another curved line over here. Okay, so let's draw. We're going to imagine this line from his head coming through and out the back, the bottom of his jacket or his sleeve. All right, okay, now we can connect this back in. So the rest of his jacket. Good job. All right, now let's draw his hands. So we're going to draw, let's draw the bottom of his arm coming out of the sleeve right here. And then we'll draw a little curve for his hand. Okay, and then we're going to draw, we'll come back up here and draw a thumb. And then we're going to connect. So we're going to draw another loop for first finger. And then we're going to connect more fingers into that curve down at the bottom. And you should have 4 fingers and 1 thumb, right?
Yeah.
Good. And then connect. Yes, good job. Okay, now let's draw. He's got little gloves that have the fingers cut off the end. So let's draw little lines on each of the fingers so you can see his glove. And then we'll draw the bottom of the glove right there. Nice job. You did it, man. And remember, our art friends can pause the video if we're going too fast, and then they can also rewind it. Okay, let's come over here. We'll do the same thing on this side for his other hand. So draw a little line coming out of his sleeve, and then a curved line for his hand. And then we'll draw the thumb first, curved hook, and then we'll draw the fingers coming back in to that last curve we made.
Right.
Yeah, keep going. Good job. That works. And we can always practice, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yes, and sometimes it's fun, more fun to do it the second time.
Yeah.
All right, we're going to put those lines on here to make his gloves. I like it, man. It looks cool. All right, and then we can draw the bottom of his glove. And then we can draw a little curve right here. It's not important that it looks perfect, right?
Yeah.
It's important that we're having fun. And I need practice too. My hands look a little off. Okay, now let's finish drawing his body. So we're going to come out of his jacket right here. And we're going to come, let's make a little point right here first. And this is where we're going to end his body. So his his leg's going to be coming out here. So we'll leave a little gap. Yeah, and then we're going to draw a big curve of a J shape. Comes down and into that point. Nice. Okay, now let's draw his leg coming out of here. So we're going to draw one line out and then another line over here coming out of his body too. Nice. Now let's connect the little zigzag line because his body's made out of what?
Cotton candy.
Cotton candy. All right, and then let's make his foot. So we'll draw a little curve that comes out and around. Good, and then we can put little toe lines on there. Okay, now let's draw his bottom foot or his leg. Let's draw one line and then another line. Good, and then we can connect this too. So we'll draw a curve that comes around and connects to the other side, and then we can draw his little toes. Good job, man. I like it. Now, what are we missing?
His tail.
Yes, we're missing his tail, and it looks like a raccoon tail, right?
Mm-hmm.
So we can just draw a zigzag line that comes out of this leg, comes around, and then comes back into his body. Nice job. That looks awesome. Okay, he's got a texture on his jacket, so let's put that in. It's kind of a plaid texture, a checkerboard texture, so we can draw lines down his jacket this way, all the way down. And then let's draw the lines on this side too, coming across. And I went in the same direction as his arms. Good. You drew a lot of lines. That's
Yeah.
good. I like it. And then we'll draw lines coming down. And then lines on this side too. Well, we forgot the color on this side, but I don't know if you can really tell. I just put a curved line in there. We did his color on this side, so we can add a little curve coming through his flower on this side. Yes, just like that. That looks good. No, you did it. Right there. Curved line that goes around his flower so that he's got a color on both sides. He looks awesome, dude. We need to color him though.
Yeah.
All right, let's pick out our colors and we'll come back. All right, checkers, we got a ton of colors picked out. We got a light brown, a white, pink. We're gonna use a lot of pink for his body. And we got a brown, a light purple, a dark purple, and we got a bunch of colors for his flower that's on his jacket. So we're gonna fast forward everything, and then at the end we're gonna add a little extra shading, okay?
Okay.
All right, ready to start?
Yeah.
Right now. All right, checkers, we got them all colored in, and our art friends can pause the video so that they can match the same colors that we did. Now we're going to add some shading because we used a really dark pink. We're going to go back over it with white, but we're going to use it for shading. So we're just going to do the highlights. So I already went through and highlighted the top part of his trunk and then came into his face and then also highlighted the top of his ear. And if you see, like, the bottom of his ear is got the dark pink still on there so that it looks like it's in shadow. So then I'm going to go back around his lips too and leave his lips a little darker. Come all the way through his head and around his bow. And then when we get down to his body, we're going to add the texture of the cotton candy. So now that I'm coming down around his body, I'm just putting lines that go all the way across his body but are curved so that his body looks 3D with the cotton candy. Good job, Chuckers! He looks awesome. And the last step is we went back over the dark lines with a Sharpie so that they show up again.
Yeah.
Did you have fun?
Yeah.
Promise?
Yeah.
Now it's okay that our drawings look different, right? I like how yours is a little bit bigger and taller. It looks awesome. And that's because you drew this one and somebody
drew
else
that
drew
one.
this one, right?
Yeah.
And we're different people.
Yeah.
Yeah. So they're never gonna look exactly the same. And I think it's awesome because what's the most important thing?
To have fun.
Yes, to have fun. Your drawings will probably look different too, and that's okay. Remember, the most important thing is to have fun and to always practice. Remember, the second time you do it, it will probably look better than the first time, right?
Yeah.
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 Practicing's fun.
Mm-hmm.
Should we say goodbye to our friends?
Yeah.
See you later, our friends.
Bye,
Goodbye.
friends.